Vortex reviews, and I got a special e-liquid review coming all the way from the UK today. This one's been a long time in the making, guys, and I'm happy to be doing this review for such a revered e-liquid. Let's get right into it. This review today is going to be on Grant's Vanilla Custard. Grant's Vanilla Custard. You may or may not have heard about this stuff. I'm sure more experienced vapors or e-liquid connoisseurs have because of the ECF forums on this particular juice. But let me give you a little bit of history here. Grant is a guy from England. I'm not sure what the name of the town is. It's escaping me right now. And it's a little countryside town in England. My mom also, just to let you know beforehand, is from London, England, so I should know the name of this town, but without a computer in front of me, the name is escaping me. Anyhow, Grant's Vanilla Custard. This is the only juice that Grant makes. If you go to www.grantsvanillacustard.com, you will see a site dedicated to this juice and this juice only. Apparently he's got such a huge following for just this juice that he doesn't need to make any more juices. Although I'm sure his fans would like to see something else from him. But this, he claims to just be overloaded with orders and making this juice all the time, you know, by the gallons or something to that effect. I've even heard that it's really hard to get at times due to being out. So, you know, I basically contacted Grant, told him I was interested in reviewing his juice here on a you know, an American or, you know, United States forum or review level in YouTube here, and he went ahead and sent me a couple of samples, and I want to thank him for that first and foremost, and then try to explain this crazy complex juice here for you guys. So, guys, the two I got that are VG, 100% heavy VG, and he also sent me a 50-50 PG VG mix, which I prefer. I like the 50-50 mix better. I think the flavor is a little more pronounced, obviously, probably because of the more PG in it. So I'm just going to leave the VG off to the side for now and explain the 50-50 mix. Now, guys, Grant's Vanilla Custard is, the flavor profile on this is that it's supposed to taste like a very popular English custard, which is called Bird's Eye Custard. Or Bird's Custard, and that's, my mom tells me she used to give it to me when I was a kid. I don't remember, I haven't had it in years. They still sell it at grocery stores, so I think I'm going to have to go and get it so I can go tit for tat on the flavor of that as opposed to like the smell of this or flavor of this as well. Just an interesting little experiment there, but hugely popular. There has been, you know, I Get You 69, Scott Bonner has done a review on this. A couple other guys have done a review, mainly UK, I think actually only UK, except for maybe one other person besides me, who has, you know, a more local review of this. The rest of them are all UK reviewers, and they are just nuts over this stuff. It's got a huge following, and I'll try to explain why and get into it here for you. So, I'm going to tell you first thing, on the smell of this, this has got to be one of the most potent, pungent, vanilla, eggy, maybe a touch of cinnamon type smell you've ever smelled in a bottle. It smells unbelievable. The smell is ridiculous. When I first got this and smelled it, I almost fell backwards and said, "Oh my gosh, this is going to be the holy grail of vapes here." Oh, the smell is just unbelievable. I even get a little bit of butterscotch, I think, in there. It just smells unreal, guys. I have it here in a Bogue, standard Bogue cartomizer. It is suggested, however, from Grant himself on the website that that you vape this in more like a clear miser or maybe an EVOD, which I do have it in an EVOD as well. I have just found a sweet spot though on my standard cartomizers with this and where I like it. He recommends not to do it in like a Genesis style atomizer, I guess, based on the ingredients. It burns it a little too hot or something to that effect, and I know what he means. I tried to put this, me being curious, I tried to put this in a Genesis style atomizer, and it didn't pan out. There was something off with the flavor, maybe even muted or something like that. But it seems to work really well in wick and regular wick wired clear misers or EVODs or Pro Tank, stuff like that is where the flavor really comes alive in those. And he is correct on that. I don't know, for those of you that want to try a million other methods, feel free, but that's, I found my spot with it. And at first when I tried this in the Genesis, like I said, I was like, wow, he's right. You know, either he's right or I don't really like this juice that much. Then upon moving it into a regular you know, cart and into the EVOD, all of a sudden I was like, I get it, I understand it. It's just a delicious vanilla flavored vape. I don't know how else to put it to you guys. I'm gonna try and, you know, without prattling on here, I'm gonna just go ahead and give you a demonstration of how it vapes and try to explain the flavor. No issues with the vapor production as well as throat hit. These are both at 6 milligram level nicotine where I like it. So there's no problems, you know, with that aspect of it. The flavor, you know, much like the other reviewers, I'm kind of right along with them. It's just got this delicious, unique vanilla-like flavor with almost this eggy, or which would be the custard, I guess, part of it. This like creamy, eggy, maybe a hint of butterscotch in there type flavor. And I can see what everyone is so crazy about, you know, with this juice. It really is unique. I've never had anything like it. I've had juices that I could say are close to it, but not quite what this is. You know, and that's what puts it in that category of its own, as being an artisan, unique juice that this guy came up with. And it's just, it's really, really good, guys. There's no, I cannot chop this juice down. I have nothing bad I can say about it. It really, really is good. For me, I can't vape it for long periods of time. I have been, you know, I have been vaping it like crazy, as you can see, but I kind of find myself going back to it. I can't sit with this one and take 100 puffs off of it. It's more like 20 to me, and then I put it down. It's kind of like a rich cheesecake, you know, how you can have a little bit of it, but you just don't want to eat the whole pie right off the bat. But yet, once you put it to the side, you want to keep going back and having more. That's kind of how this juice is to me. It's kind of special, and you know, I don't know what else to say about it. Guys, go to Grant's, you know, www.grantsvanillacustard.com. You can read right there on his site the following for this juice. It's kind of crazy, and get a hold of it. If you don't mind paying that shipping cost, and you happen to be here in the USA, and don't mind paying the shipping, he does send worldwide. And you can get a hold of some of this juice out here, and I'd say it's worth doing. This is a real, just a really unique juice, and it's really tasty. It won't disappoint at all. So guys, I'll put a link to his website at the end of this video, and you can get over and check out this kind of world famous e-liquid that I'm happy to have done a review for. Again, Grant, thanks. You are a cool dude. I enjoy our emails back and forth, and until next time, this is Jai with Vapex Reviews. Happy vaping.